Well, hello, y'all. This is Amber Town Geehan, your terrific Tuesday $1 million messenger, calling you from the greater Kansas City area. And yes, we are on the 11th of June. So stinking exciting. And I kind of reeled on things of what I should share today. And over the past week, over the past 10 days, and I thought, you know what? I am going back to the basics because right now, it is very possible that on June 11th, you're feeling a little discouraged. Maybe you're feeling a little bit like, oh, can I do this? Is my goal really going to happen? Maybe I should change my goal. Maybe I should not go after the cruise, the career level, directorship. Maybe it's not for me. You know what? I say it all the time. If the enemy cannot steal your faith, he will come in the form of distractions and discouragement. So here we are on the 11th, back to the basics. Look at your few questions that I ask all the time. In the first 10 days, what did you do well? What did you do well in the first 10 days? The second thing to look at is what needs improvement. And the third thing to look at is where have you wasted your time this far? This far. Where have you wasted your time? And then if you were to break your goal down of what you needed to do in June, in thirds, are you a third of the way there? Are you a third of the way to the wholesale you needed to accomplish to finish the national sales course? Are you a third of the way there to what you needed for your team to do to be on target for your car? Excuse me. Sorry about this. The allergy season gets my voice. Now, directors, are you a third of the way there of the production you needed in order to accomplish your unit circle? And if you're not a third of the way there, it is time to pivot and change course of action. Yes, I said it, ACTION. So if you're not a third of the way there to what your goal is, what you needed to accomplish in the month of June, it is time to pivot. It is not too late, but it's a pivot with action. It is not just a pivot. It is a pivot with strategic action. So today, what is it that you need to do more of to accomplish your goal? There's one thing, if you focused on that and got just laser focused on doing more of one thing, it would change the trajectory of your goal in your June and pushing to and through June 30th into an amazing July. So what is it that needs to change? Is it your daily discipline of getting into action first thing? One of the common traits of highly successful people is they do the hard thing first. The thing that's going to bring them the most results, but it's the hardest thing. Like they probably don't want to do it. They want to put it off, like I'll do it later today. Well, that later today can get easily procrastinated into I don't have the perfect situation. And so really, really check yourself. Am I doing the most productive thing? If only one thing on my list got done today, and it was the most productive thing, it's moving me closer to finishing the cruise, that's moving you closer to your unit club, that's moving you closer to national sales court, national recruiting court, is it moving you closer to princess court? If it's that one thing you're going after and only one thing on your list gets accomplished today, did you do it? That is how laser focus, understanding that your 6 most important things to do are IPA driven, income producing activity driven, but also put in the order of priority. So don't just put them in a list. What is the most important thing to do first? Your most, excuse me, what is your most important thing to do first? Okay, then go after it. Be laser beam focused. As kids are getting out of school, it's very easy to be distracted by your children. One of the things I did when my kids were little and they weren't even in school is I had phone toys for them. And if I needed to be on the phone and laser focused and I did not have assistance with them, I had toys that they only got to play with when I was on the phone. And then I scooped them up when they were off. Another thing I learned from being a daughter of a national sales director, a top sales director, was I was raised with a goal poster. When your kids are vested in your goal and they have their own goal and they get a certain amount of money for your bookings or your phone time, whatever you choose, then they will become vested in allowing you to focus and not making you their entertainment. So do your kids have a goal poster? You know, one of the things I do with my kids is it's really simple. The goal poster stays the same. The picture changes, and they have a little baggie, and I put the money in the little baggie. And when we get enough money for their goals they're working for, they get individual time with me. I take them to lunch. I get them their, then we go get their goal poster prize, and we spend that time together. Individual time when they hit their goal. So do your kids have a goal poster? Are they vested in this goal? Is there something in it for them that they will get? Now, I know it's not all about the kids, but at a certain age, they are all about themselves. So understanding you have to include them in your goal so that you can stay focused, but also have a cheering section. So other distractions might be that that their life has had emergencies. Life has had distractions. Remember I said the enemy will come in the form of distractions and discouragement. So maybe your way of finishing the cruise hasn't panned out the way you wanted. Well, let's not put all of our eggs in one basket in this goal. So if we're looking at the next 20 days, what are multiple? Write down, sit down, all the different ways you can accomplish this goal. All the different ways, not just one. All the different ways. So exhaust a whole sheet of paper on different ways you can accomplish this goal, either sales ideas, team building ideas, whatever it is you need more of. How many different ways can you strategize on finishing the goal? But understanding there's a lot of seduction in another plan. And so what is the action you need to take today to get to the next level? What is the action you need to focus on and be so focused on that all the rest of distractions fall to the side? It's about living unapologetically, going after your goal, being who God called you to be. Well, I want to end with this quote from Nan Stroud. Success is a decision backed by action. It is leaping forward even when you can't see all the way to the end of the road. Again, success is a decision backed by action. It is leaping forward even when you can't see all the way to the end of the road. Well, ladies, I hope we are sitting on the 11th and you're looking at a plan of action of what you did well in the last 10 days. What can you use some improvement? Where have you wasted your time? And are you a third of the way there? And is it time to take action and pivot? And, you know, the thing to look at and really, really, really decide, is this something you really want? Is foreseeing current obstacles. What is obstacles that can come up in the next 10 days? And planning ahead of time how you will overcome those obstacles. Understanding a part of your whoop is what is the one thing, going after it. What is your win? You're going to go after that focus. How will you feel in accomplishing that goal? Sight, see it, smell it, taste it, hear it. Really, really, really feel that goal in all senses. What is the obstacles you foresee coming up, and how will you overcome them? What is your plan? So, either way, we're back to the basics today and just staying focused, getting back excited, and understanding that momentum isn't lost unless you quit. So pretend yourself, fake yourself back into momentum as if you haven't lost any momentum whatsoever, and get into action. Act your way back into feeling on target for your goal.